Hey kids, Bob here, average technician, above average life. How you doing? And good evening. It's Virtual Friday. Just wanted to talk tonight about food. Ironically, there isn't much of it in what we eat nowadays, unfortunately. Just the ultra processing, full of chemicals, preservatives. Lots of stuff is just packaged salt, packaged sugar, packaged whatever. It's horrible. Even whole vegetables, they still can be genetically modified and treated with all kinds of chemicals. And a lot of it, I can understand, anti-drought, anti-fungus, things to keep the bugs away. But it's really diminishing returns when you see what kind of chemicals you really have on your seeds of food that you buy from seed. You got to get as organic as you can get, people. You have to. It's the best way to extend your life. It really is. It's proven. I don't have to say that. It's proven. Farm-raised seafood, that can be crappy. In the beginning, it was maybe something that they touted as healthier, or as healthy as you can get to wild caught. But I think wild caught's still a way to go. You just don't know what they're feeding these things. They're overcrowding the hell out of the tank, so the poor fish are leading a stressed life their entire bit until they're consumed. I use wild caught seafood for my protein. As far as that's part of my protein, I do eggs myself, and same kind of criteria. You don't want cheap eggs. You want something hopefully that's non-crowded, non-stress conditions, no cage, pasture raised, free range, foraging, anything you can find. That I think the better. There's certain criteria for pasture raised, free range, and stuff like that, but you buy the best you can, the best you can afford, people, because it's better going into your body, better coming out. But all organic for me. As organic fed hens for eggs, fine. Along with the seafood, wild caught, I just do as best I can. I'm not much into like turkey, chicken, beef, stuff like that, but I think the same conditions are probably favorable, right? It's the animal leads a good life, and it's fed well, and it's not caged up and living in each other's feces. Really take a look at that. It's pretty eye-opening what a lot of animals live through today. You got to read the labels as far as all food. You have to. There are better choices out there, and some are even tastier. You got to read the labels in everything you buy. And most of the stuff we buy is processed. It's horrible. You have to. So you just try to get as far down you can as the ingredient list, As far as, going to farmers markets when you can for your veggies and fruits and stuff. Go to farms when you can. Even if it might be treated, it might be less treated than the commercially grown stuff that's flown halfway across the world or halfway across the country. It's horrible. You just got to really, you got to really be diligent. Something somebody told me a long time ago is true. You can't out-exercise a bad diet, so you can't just exercise like gung-ho and eat crap and expect to have a good life. You don't. There are silver linings. There are. Like for me, cacao, it's cocoa's cousin. Less processing, no real sugar to speak of, or a lot less sugar, a lot more antioxidants because it's less processed than cocoa. But it's really cool because you can make a nice hot chocolate with it. You can add it to your coffee. I love it in my coffee. Decaf, regular, mix it in with a nut butter, and you have a wonderful dark chocolate peanut butter kind of substance. It's really, really good. So there are ways you can have your cake and eat it too. There really are. I eat a lot of nuts and seeds as far as myself for fiber, for the minerals, the trace minerals, stuff like that. It's just, it's a better way than eating other things, and really, I enjoy them. And that's a good thing. I know not everybody would enjoy them. For me, like a typical breakfast or lunch, I typically only eat twice a day and do restricted fasting from the time I have my dinner until breakfast or lunch the next day. Usually it's lunch. So I usually do like a 16-8. So I usually eat from, say, 12 to 8 and then fast from 8 until 12 the next day. But again, my breakfast typically would be an egg or two, depending on my day and how long it's going to be before I have my dinner. And seeds. So egg and seeds, egg and nuts, mostly egg and seeds. I like doing the seeds with my egg. I'll fry it in olive oil. I'll hot boil it. Anyway, that's healthy. Again, stay healthy. I do, as far as dairy, I don't do much dairy. I just do some grass-fed creamer for my coffee. I like a little cream in the coffee. Do some good aged cheese. The aged cheese supposedly has more of the good things, the good bacteria, the good biotics and stuff. And it might have certain other vitamins like K2, I heard, and a lot of the good aged cheeses with the real rind. I try to do that. But anyway, I do a little creamer per day because I love my coffee. Just one coffee a day, sometimes two, but decaf for the rest of it. So that's it. Just a little good aged cheese, a serving or two, and some creamer for the coffee, and that's it as far as dairy. You got to stay away from the sugary seasonings and stuff. Trade that for savory and bitter stuff. So you trade all the, the stuff that has sugar in it basically for like basil, cumin, sage, thyme. There's all different kinds. The savory ones are better for your gut. They provide beneficial things for the gut. I'm told, I watched. And plus, once you get used to them, you like them better. Basil is one of my favorites. Oregano, classic Italian stuff. Once you get used to it, you don't miss the sugary stuff. Get tons of good fiber. Salads, I do salads all the time. I mix them up all the time. You got to really mix them up. Make that so you keep eating them. I have a lot of, I bake a lot of my vegetables or put them in a little pouch or put them inside the oven and bake them on a low heat for a while. Everything from a little bit of Worcestershire sauce to a little olive oil and vinegar or whatever. Try to keep it, you got to keep it varied so you keep eating the same thing, but you make it different. You got to make the salads and the veggies different so you keep coming back to it. Good fiber, whether it's soluble, insoluble, whatever it is. I love my veggies. Some people might do other things as far as fiber, but I love my veggies and my seeds and stuff, and that's a good way for me to get it. I do some fermented foods I might have mentioned in one of my intros. I ferment my garlic. I buy the garlic that's already peeled, and you just basically let it sit in your fridge or your cold cellar or whatever, however you keep your food cool. And as the garlic ages, it gets kind of a little wet, maybe a little slightly discolored, but you can tell if it molds. And that's what I do. I try to do 1 clove a day, chop it up a little bit, put it in with my salad, put it in a little guacamole dip, whatever, a little hummus. Because not everybody likes that taste. If you like garlic, it's still an acquired taste for fermented garlic. Excuse me. But that's, you just try to get the good things in your body, and just try to get as much of the processed food out. That's all you have to do. It's changed my life. It has changed my life. In a different video, I'll tell you guys how I lost more than 200 pounds in 1 year, virtually without any exercise at all. Thanks again, folks. Have a good night.